Today we're going to focus on love and relationships with the question, how do they see me? But before we begin, I want to say welcome to my viewers. If you're new to my channel, I provide free readings on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If that interests you, go ahead and subscribe so you won't miss out. Any question you may have about me should be answered in the description. And if it's not answered there, go ahead and send me an email at momentsare.yt@gmail.com. Alright guys, what I want you to do is take a deep breath and focus on your partner or someone you're interested in. This week, we'll be focusing on how this person sees you. What sort of person do they think you are? What are they attracted to? What do they like about you? By using the law of attraction, you'll find the pile you're drawn to. Yellow, orange, or red will provide the answers you seek. Take your time before picking to make sure that's the pile for you. And if you need to, you can pause the video now to take more time. Let's get started. Alright, those of you who picked the red pile, we're going to go ahead and dive right in. So, this is how they see you as a person. Okay, and what attracted them to you and what they like about you. Okay, so the kind of person they see you as is somebody that has a lot of information and a lot of almost like trivia maybe, but basically that you're in and that you're able to actually communicate it though. So you can share with them your knowledge about subjects that maybe that you're both interested in. They see you as having a lot of experience and skill, and they also see you as a wise person, somebody who actually applies that knowledge, okay? Now, in each of us, we have both light attributes and shadow attributes. This comes from Carl Jung and other psychodynamic theories that talk about the consciousness and then the unconsciousness. So sometimes, maybe when you're not feeling that great, you might come out as being maybe teaching negative traits and destructive skills. Just know that to keep that in check around this person, because how they see you as somebody who does this in a good way. All right? And then the other way that they see you is as a pioneer. So you have a passion for doing and creating what hasn't been done before. So you're really somebody who wants to just go forward and do something new. You want to teach people or spread your knowledge in a way that's going to really change the world. And I mean, I'm not saying necessarily that this has to be a really huge thing. It can be something small, or something maybe relatively small. But what you do and how they see you is somebody that's able to actually translate your passion into reality. And you'll find that there's a lot of people that talk about, oh man, wouldn't it be great if I could do this or that or whatever. Well, not only do you talk about it, but you actually do it. And that's something that they really like about you. Just know that you just got to keep moving on and don't let any kind of negative experiences with that affect you. And I'm going to go ahead and put these here. So that's the shadow aspect of this. What are they attracted to about you? They really like your innocence. They feel like you have a really pure heart, and that it's like you see the good in everybody. They also like how you they like how you can approach them in a way that makes them feel young again. It makes them feel like they can kind of leave a lot of their worries behind, and they can just focus on you and just how awesome your relationship is. So it's almost like they feel like they're a child around you sometimes. Like they don't have any burdens. So it's really interesting too, I think, the dynamics of having a whole bunch of knowledge but also being seen as innocent too. So I think that it's really wonderful that they are able to see you as a whole person, not just as one facet. Because being able to see you as somebody who's wise and somebody who's willing to really like fight, and move forward in the world, but also seeing that innocence, they're really looking at the whole you, and they are attracted to that. I mean, they're attracted to this too. This is very positive stuff. So Um, that's really great. And what do they like about you? They just really cherish the memories that you guys have built, and they just want to make more. So basically, I mean, the two of you, I mean, and this person really does remember stuff about you. I mean, it's not like sometimes you can talk to somebody and tell them what you're interested in or what you like, and things like that. And it's not that they don't care, but maybe they're kind of half listening. Maybe they're just not a good listener. Or maybe they just, maybe what you tell them is something that they're just really not interested in. So it's like nothing to do with you, but they won't remember it. Or maybe there is some, there are some people that just don't care, and so they don't remember things like that. But this person in your life, they do remember what you say. They're almost compulsive about it. So you'll find that they really value you. They really value what they say. They're taking what you're teaching seriously. So that's also something that's so important to somebody, especially if they have a little bit of like that childish innocence with them. I've noticed people that are described like this, they tend to feel like maybe they're not taken seriously enough. And so that's something that this person fulfills for you. They take you seriously, and they remember what you say. They value you. So the way this person sees you is extremely positive. And I just say go ahead and keep doing what you're doing, because I don't think it gets more positive than this. This is great. If you found this video, this reading particularly helpful, go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know how it was helpful for you, or just like the video so I know that I am reaching my audience. Okay, now we're gonna go with the orange pile. Okay, so what we're looking at is how they see you. How do they see you as a person? How do they see you? Well, what is it about you that they're attracted to? And what do they like about you? Okay, so this is an interesting one. The first thing that they like about you is that you help them recognize and confront their addictive behavior. Maybe they met you in a way where you were kind of acting as like maybe a counselor towards them, or as a mentor, or somebody that was a friend first, where you were helping them become more aware of who they are and what their blocks are, and how they can how you can have more integrity, and how you can be more honest with yourself. So what they see you as somebody is as somebody who is a very, very like good force in their life. Another thing that this could speak to is like dream symbols. Sometimes they'll have dual meanings. They actually might see that they're kind of addicted to you. You know, they just really like you, and they really want to be around you a lot. I do not get that this is something that they feel about you. Like, I mean, they don't feel like you're clingy or anything like that. And I know that because they also see you as a king. So the king is somebody who is somewhat enlightened. Somebody who can be a good leader. They definitely, I mean, it doesn't mean that you are in a leadership position, but they see that if you were to lead in a situation, that you would do that wisely. And that when people talk to you, they always come out of that as benefiting from that. It's like you always change somebody for the better when you talk to them, and that's really inspiring. Some of the shadow attributes that they see about you, and these cards speak to Carl Jung's ideas about the conscious and the unconscious. And in the unconscious realm is the shadow attributes that we don't really like to own about ourselves, but do come out sometimes. Sometimes they see you as feeling a little entitled. And this will come through as somebody who basically just expects that somebody will treat them well, you know? And sometimes that can look kind of bratty, but for the most part, if you find yourself basically feeling a little entitled, like, oh, well, they kind of owe me that, or something like that, just know that a better way of communicating that is just by saying, hey, we either need some boundaries, or I'm concerned about this situation with you, and we need to talk about it. And that's all you need to do to turn that kind of shadow attribute to the light. Next, what attracts them to you? Okay, and what attracts them to you is faith. Okay, they are attracted to you because they really believe in this situation with you. Okay, they also see you as somebody who really believes in other people. So like this goes both ways. It's not just that they have faith in the relationship and they have faith in you, but it's also that they see you as believing in things that are good. The Raven is in this card, and usually I don't speak to this, but I'm getting that some of you might have experienced a loss really, really like really recent to meeting this person. So another thing that they might see in you is, and that they're kind of attracted to, is that the way that you were able to come out of that situation in a positive way. So that's another thing. They see you as strong, but mostly it's just they really believe in you. They really believe in the relationship, and that's what's attracting them to you, because they're not usually certain in relationships. And what do they like about you? My goodness, they love your originality. They find you so unique, like somebody they have never met before, somebody they've never seen before at all, and they really, really like that. It's like part of it is like you're not afraid to be yourself, and they really admire that about you. So if you find yourself holding back at all on who you are, because you don't want to be like too much, basically, go ahead and just let it all out, basically, because I mean they really like this originality about you. So overall, this is positive. Just go ahead and keep doing what you're doing. And don't be afraid to point out to them things that they can improve on. Just know that when you point it out to them, you can say something to the effect of, I've noticed that this problem is in a lot of people, and when that happens, this is what they can do. Make it be about giving them a solution rather than giving them criticism. That way, they can kind of think about how they can self improve, because I do see that this person is very open to self improvement. They want to be a better person, and there's something about you that makes them want to be a better person. I think it's mostly that when you're around somebody, you really leave them with feeling better, and they want to kind of emulate that. So if this reading particularly spoke to you, I encourage you to either leave a comment and let me know what about it spoke to you, or you can go ahead and just like the video so I know that I am connecting to my audience. Okay, here we are going with our yellow group. And first we're going to be like, how do they see you as a person? Okay. What they're attracted to about you, and what they like about you. Okay, this is really interesting. I like this. Okay, so how they see you as a person, they see you as a trickster. Okay, and this doesn't necessarily mean that they see you as like being maybe deceitful or manipulative, although that can be a shadow aspect of this character. These cards are based on Carl Jung's ideas about the conscious and the unconscious, and the conscious is going to have all the light attributes and the good positive things, but the unconscious is kind of like that part of yourself that you kind of want to push deep down. And remember, this is how they see you, not necessarily how you are. But they see you as this person who likes to kind of be a little bit of an iconoclast, not be as conventional, and somebody who's willing to just kind of be a little bit, a little bit playful And I'm also getting, this is a very positive feeling associated with this. This isn't like a negative feeling. And then another thing that they get is that you have a really like large passion to help people basically heal. And you're able to heal people. I mean, this is very, very strong. But they also see that sometimes you don't take care of yourself as a result. So they do see that you're a very giving and loving person to others, but sometimes you take on too much sometimes. And I think we all do that, but for you, it's something that your partner or this person you're thinking of is a little bit concerned of. They'd like to see you put more of that attention towards yourself because, they notice that you're happier in that. What attracted them to you was your independence, your freedom, the way that you are able to just be yourself. And but it's more than just being yourself. It's just that you can take care of yourself. You're able to take care of yourself and do what you want without any kind of worry about the consequences, mostly because you've got your life together. Or at least they see you as having your life together, and they really value that independence in you. And this can also come out as somebody who they feel is very free spirited. There is a dove in this card, and I really want to speak also to that feeling of like you give them hope. And it's almost like that you give them hope that they're able to be in a relationship with somebody who is such a positive force for them. So this is definitely coming from somebody who really just kind of wants to have more fun in their relationships. They don't want to be so uptight. And I also kind of get the impression that the person that you're focusing on does have a little bit of reserve sometimes, and that you bring out that kind of silliness in them. And then what they like about you, okay, what they like about you is that you're very, very intuitive and wise, and it kind of comes out of nowhere with you. At least that's the way they perceive it, is it kind of comes out of nowhere, but it's like you have that kind of intuition that can like kind of almost creep them out a little bit. So the people that pick the yellow are definitely people who have some intuition of their own that they can cultivate, or maybe they've already cultivated. So maybe you guys have already cultivated your intuition, and you might be readers yourself, and that's how you heal people. Or you might just be the kind of person that is able to read a room really quickly and able to figure out what's on other people's minds quickly. But they really like that about you, and they see it as kind of like somebody who is really insightful, and someone who is able to kind of get to the heart of the matter really quickly. But you do it in a way that it's light, it's playful, it's definitely not a selfish thing, so it doesn't come from ego. And so that's just another area where they see you. So this is definitely a situation where they feel very, very positive about you. And as far as taking this to the next level, just note that they do need you to be serious sometimes, so that they know that this is a situation that they can be serious in. And they're just kind of like waiting for the catch here with this dove symbol. They're like, okay, so what's the catch? Like what? How is this going to blow up in my face, basically? So, like, some kind of reassurance that you are interested, or that they make you happy. Like, that would be a really good one. Just to be like, gosh, it feels really good when I'm around you. Or I just really feel great when we get a chance to talk. That will go a really, really long way, because then they know that all of that positivity that they're feeling from you, you're also feeling from them. And that would be just a really, really great gesture that you can make for them. So if this reading particularly resonated with you, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know how it resonated, or just go ahead and like the video so I know that I am reaching my audience. Thanks so much for joining me this week. I'll see you next week.